Today we're going to learn from the Bible that God chooses people who don't seem very impressive. Our true story today comes from the book of 1 Samuel in the Bible. I wonder if you know what a king is. A king is someone who is in charge of lots of people. There was a king in charge of God's people, the Israelites, but it was time to choose a new king. God told Samuel to go and see a man called Jesse. God had chosen one of Jesse's sons to be the new king. God was going to show Samuel which one of Jesse's sons he had chosen. So Samuel did what God said. He went to the place where Jesse and his sons lived. And when Samuel saw Jesse's first and biggest son, Samuel thought that he must be the one. But God told Samuel not to think about what he looks like, what he seems like. That's not what God is looking for. Jesse showed Samuel 7 of his sons, one by one. Each time God said, "No, I haven't chosen him," until there were no sons left. But Samuel said to Jesse, "Do you have any more sons?" And Jesse said, "There is still the youngest son, but he is looking after the sheep." Samuel told Jesse to go and get him, and his name was David. David came in, and he was a healthy, young man. God said to Samuel, "This is the one." So David was going to be the next king. And God was with David and he helped him from then on. You see, God chose David to be the king. Not because he was impressive or big or strong, but because God chooses people who don't seem very impressive. We've got an action rhyme that's going to help us to remember what we've learned about David being chosen to be the new king. This is how it goes. God chose David to be the next king. God was with David in everything. Shall we do that one more time? God chose David to be the next king. God was with David in everything. Well done, everyone. We're going to pray. We're going to talk to God about the things that we have learned in the Bible. Will you put your hands together and pray with me? Dear God, thank you for choosing David to be king. Thank you that you didn't choose him because he was impressive, but because you choose people who don't seem very impressive. Amen. We've also got a little song that can help us remember about King David, because King David was the king of Israel, but he points forward to Jesus, who is the king of everything. We're going to sing about that. Can you join in with me? Here's how it goes. King David was God's chosen king. King David was king of Israel. Another verse this time about Jesus. Here we go. King Jesus is God's chosen king. King Jesus is king of everything. Well done, everybody. I'm going to see you again next week. Bye, everyone.